Oh, it's catchy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? You are watching On the Town with Tanya. I'm your host. Thank you so much for coming back again this week. We appreciate you. Don't forget to go hit that subscribe button and make sure you share the video. Appreciate it. So, today with me, I have someone who is a certified corporate trainer, a professional development coach. She has written and published the newly released book, Becoming an Edupreneur My Journey into Building a Profitable Training Business from Scratch, available on Amazon and in English and Spanish. So please welcome Miss Alicia M. Williams. Hi.
Hey,
How are you?
Tanya.
How are you?
Hey, Tanya.
Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you.
Thank you for
It's
having me.
Yeah, it's a challenge here. I just got on London time, so it's a woohoo. But thank you. I know you're affectionately known as Miss A.
hmm
Okay, so that's a great name. That means they really dig you. They give you an affectionate name. So
Yes.
you're creative founder and owner of Training Source One. Can you tell us more about Training Source One?
Training Source One is a professional development training company. And for those of you that are not familiar with professional development training, the example would be if you are a teacher, a lawyer, nurse, social worker, there is a certain amount of hours that you need each year to retain your licensure. So, my company provides professional development training, coaching, and technical assistance to educators first, because that's kind of how I started. And now I've morphed to actually having duplicates of myself. Basically, I'm teaching others to do exactly what I do.
Mhm.
And it's through the ready to train component within Training Source One. So, ready to train is just like train the trainer,
Mhm.
but I've coined the name Ready to Train basically because once you're done with that particular course or workshop, you're
Mhm.
ready to train. There are 10 modules that we go through, and that's about what happens at Training Source One.
Wow, that's amazing. And so big corporations is probably who usually calls you. Um,
Absolutely.
Right. I know they
Yeah,
need lots of training.
yeah.
Um, what was the biggest challenge that you would ever face when you're doing a training? Like, what's the big thing that would be not a block, but a possible block when you're doing the training, or you take on a client? How about that? Um, have you ever faced any challenges that you're like, whoa, this is going to be a little bit more than we thought?
Yeah. Well, an example would be, the COVID, the pandemic.
Yes.
Yeah. So I went from training live pretty much every 2 or 3 weeks
Mhm.
to not training at all. So I created the online platform
Ah,
where I have online courses and digital downloads, and I did that for. I've been doing that for the past 2 years. But what I'm discovering now, everybody is ready
mhm.
for the trainers to come to their organizations, and I have a location here. It's where
Mhm.
I'm speaking to you from my training location,
Mhm.
and they come here, and I have scheduled quite a few trainings. But I would say the most difficult part is
Mhm.
getting someone, um, I would say, in the seats, because I admit that I wasn't marketing like I should.
Okay.
So
Okay.
now that I've begun my email marketing and everything that goes along with marketing, and a lot of people um, don't understand that aspect.
Yes, very important.
Have a business, you have to market your business. And
Right.
I want to train people to do what I do. The big thing was I built a company from scratch. I went from not having consistent income to having consistent income. And profit means
Mhm.
after you paid all your bills, you still have money.
Right. Right. How did you come up with this concept, or were you always the type of person, well, I'm going to do my own thing, or did this pop on like a light bulb and you said, I'm going to write this book and I'm going to do this training, or which one's first? The Out for it.
Okay, well, that's a good question, Tanya. Okay, it all started. Um, I was in a previous marriage,
Mhm.
and I worked within that family in that marriage for like 16 to 18 years,
Okay.
give or take, in an educational industry.
Mhm.
So I became the leader within the industry, but unfortunately, the marriage did not last.
Mhm.
Well, it lasted for 16 years, but once it had ended,
Mhm.
I began to move forward, see what it is that I could actually do. Because what I was in early education
Mhm.
forever. You know, at that time it had been 25 years.
Wow.
We're at like 34 now. But I created a tutorial company
Mhm.
called Script for You Enrichment.
Mhm.
And within that company, I actually tutored children writing, reading,
Mhm.
everything that had something to do with equipping themselves for script. That's why it was called Script for You Enrichment.
Uh,
Now, when doing that, one of my parents suggested to me, she said, I think you'll be a good trainer. There's a Train the Trainer that's
mhm.
coming up in
Mhm.
Boca Raton, and it was
Mhm.
going to be the next week. So basically, I registered for that course. I went about that course. I completed that course, and it was through that course that I was able to qualify to train a certification
Mhm.
course through
Mhm.
early education. So once that happened, I was like, I'm a trainer. I'm a
Right.
trainer. I'm a trainer. I'm a trainer. You know, so I began to allow my company to. I had tutors under me.
Mhm.
That they were continuing the work.
Mhm.
However, I figured my biggest impact would be to train the teachers.
Mm.
I could actually reach more children if I trained the teachers, right? So that's what birthed Training Source One in 2014.
Wow.
Training Source One 2014. I was a college professor for 9 years, so
Right.
I was very acclimated to the coursework and creating curriculums. I was very acclimated to that.
Right.
Um, like my book says, the journey was all over the place. I
Okay.
was all over the place. I was picking bits and pieces here and there, learning along the way. Here we are 15 years later.
Mhm.
With all this information that I had, I struggled to have income, consistent income.
Okay.
That was the problem.
Okay.
Consistent income and then profit.
Mm.
And once I got to profit, I just wanted to share it because there was nothing that helped me
Right.
to profit. I did research like crazy,
Mhm.
looking everywhere, like all through the social media streets, like
Right.
libraries,
Right.
bookstores. And we would find things, but you didn't find anything that was tactical that you can your hands on. So I
Right.
started creating ebooks because I
Mhm.
wanted it to be simple.
Mhm.
So I created checklists like, okay, this is what you need.
Mhm.
Then I created an ebook that kind of goes of how to start a training company from concept to delivery.
Mhm.
I have free resources for trainers. So
Mhm.
everything started happening. It's like I want to help them jump over that learning curve I had. It's a 15-year learning curve, and I am still learning. But what I was able to capture,
Mhm.
I placed it in the book.
That's what I was going to ask. Mm.
89 pages of my journey. It's a quick read, but
Yeah.
I give you straight, it's no fluff.
Right.
It's no fluff. I give
And
you
that,
straight,
yeah.
start the business, get your roster. Here's
Mhm.
the platforms that I use. Here's the software that I use. Literally everything. The
That's
whole
what
journey.
that's what I was going to ask you. So, give me some of the other highlights of the book. That the part that you must read this.
Okay, well, I think the biggest part for me, what I would have looked for,
Mhm.
is chapter 7. Chapter 7 is how to become an accredited training provider. Now,
Mm.
accredited training provider simply means that you can give out CUs. It's like just like the college.
Right.
So I became accredited. My company became accredited in 2017,
Mhm.
18 actually. We
Mhm.
became accredited, and the road was not easy.
Mhm.
But chapter 7 just kind of gives you, okay, I did this first, and I did this, and then I did this. I just said succinctly,
Mhm.
make it clean. Of course, I have QR codes all out throughout the book so that you can actually work with me.
Oh
And I think
wow.
a big part about the book is the QR codes.
Great.
Some of the QR codes are going to take you to the ebooks. They're going to take you to the checklists, and they're going to take you to links to be able to work with me. Because
Wow.
when you're stuck, oh, the best thing to do is find out from somebody that's already done it.
Exactly. That's the brilliant part about it, that you was able to document every last piece.
Oh,
And
yes.
I was going to say, success means many failures.
Yes.
Well, excuse me, there's no such word as failed, but many tries. How about
Many
that?
times.
Yeah.
And the struggle was real. And the struggle is still real. But I just wanted everybody to know it's like right now I hold the very same accreditation as Palm Beach State College. Like it's a local college, DCF program.
Mhm.
So it's like we have the same training accreditation.
Mhm.
And I think it was difficult, but it was difficult because I was piecing everything together
Mm.
on my own. Of course, along the way, God blessed many people to come into my life. So many people. It's like I met this person to meet that person. I met
Right.
this person to meet that person. Then I met
Right.
that person to meet that person. And then once I met her,
Right.
okay, and that's how it was happening.
Yes.
And that's how it's still happening.
But that's
I'm
you
up for
put it in motion.
reaccreditation now. Hmm?
Yeah. You put it in motion. And I
Oh, yeah.
think that once you put something in motion and you're determined to do it, the universe always, and God, some people call it God, some people the universe, the both, whichever one they call it provides that for you. So you don't, sometimes you don't even have to actually know it all. You just have to really believe it's going to happen. And
Yes.
things will just fall right, literally fall right in your path. Boom, there it is. You know,
Yes. You meet
sounds like,
these people,
mm,
and I was like, I was just thinking of how I was going to do that. And I meet you at
mhm.
a, it was at a, conference that I spoke.
Wow.
That one of the young ladies, she was like, the conference coordinator, the one that was responsible for bringing me down, she was like, do you know that you can be accredited yourself? I say, little me, a S corporation, a little solopreneur. What? Teach me that way, right? So basically, I met her. She planted the seed, and that was in 2016.
Mm.
She planted the seed in 2016. I started really looking into it in 2017, and I was ready to get accredited in 2018.
She was
So
not
I
playing.
met so many people along the way. Like there's one lady. I don't want to mention her name because she's gonna blush, but oh, she was such a blessing. She was such a blessing. During the ISET accreditation aspect, she gave me ideas, templates, and you get it from somewhere. You
Mhm.
have to get it from somewhere. But what
Mhm.
I've learned is you can just have a desire and it's obtainable. And that's
Yes.
what I want. When they read this book, I want them to know if I can do it,
Mhm.
you can do it too. If you're looking to train, if you love to train, because I
Mhm.
love to train.
Yeah, especially educators, they love that anyway.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
love it. I love it. Like getting in front of people, sharing what I've learned. That is, don't go through all the why.
Mm.
And I learned a long time ago.
Mhm.
The best way to learn something is get with somebody that did it already. Why
Mhm.
do the extra steps? Why?
Yes, that's true. And that's why your book is so important because it sounds like you did all the steps needed to get to where you need to start going to.
Right,
If
but out of order. I did them
yeah,
out of order.
you did
The
about
book is in order.
the book is in order, right? You did all the steps. I did all the making mistakes, so you would call
I
it for
made
you.
all the
Yeah.
mistakes.
Yes.
I spent thousands and thousands of dollars on things that did not work for my company. And I didn't mind rebranding.
Right.
I've rebranded at least 4 times.
Mm. Okay. Yeah, I know sometimes we do get stuck on the name. Like I wouldn't want to change the name of my show if I had to, but if I had to, and someone said, "Well, you could do a whole nother da da," and I'm like, "Okay, let's do it." It's
Yeah,
true. Branding is hard because that's something that people, if you do it right, people it sticks with people.
it does.
So it can be a challenge, but like you said, when you need to do it, you got to do it, and don't be scared.
Don't be
But tell us
scared.
about your. I know you help women training professionals build a profitable business from the inside out. Tell us about that.
Well, in addition to being a training provider, I
Mm,
have recently coined myself as a coach. And
mm,
I've coached without knowing I was coaching, Tanya.
mm,
I was coaching
mm.
for free 99, I would say. And doing that consistently I was able to get all the information for my book
Mhm.
by coaching those people that had questions in my DM. And then I have a 20-minute complimentary
Mm.
consultation call.
No, 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Whew, that's a lot of time.
That's a lot of time. That's a
Yes.
lot of time. But in doing that, I only work with women.
Mhm. Okay.
And I only work with those that are serious about growing their business. A lot of times they just want to create a training right quick, or, those are not my clients.
Right.
My clients are the ones that are interested in doing what I do
Mm-hmm.
or similar to it,
Okay.
but it's obtainable. It's obtainable. You could so do it, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that's my campaign.
Right.
Hey, I did it. I can help you. That I
Right.
need to put a shirt on. I did
Right.
it. I can help
Right.
you.
Right.
So
Right.
it's hard and it's not hard.
Mm.
If you love to do it, that's great. But if
Right.
you love to do it, you want to profit, I can help with that.
Yeah, that's the part, the profit part. And that's, I can't tell you enough how many people I've run into this year alone that wanted to start a business or started one and they're like, they still get stuck. And it's like they need something like your book or somebody like you, I think, just to give them that extra bam,
Yeah,
you know?
just because a lot of times you have all these ideas, and if you
Mm,
don't act on them
mm.
immediately, they don't come to fruition. So
Yep.
I'm that coach that holds you accountable
Mm,
for what you say you want to do. Now, I'm like, you said that's what you wanted, and this
right.
is what has to happen in order
Okay.
for you to do it. So I push you. I'm a little tough. I'm a
Hmm.
little tough, and
Hmm.
I'm very selective as far as who I work with.
Hmm.
That's why the 20-minute consultation is very important for me.
Okay. Yes, because then you get to wean out.
I know I get to glean what
Hmm.
I'm dealing with,
Hmm.
and then they get information, which is why I'm here anyway.
Right.
The consultation is just so they can ask questions about something that they're thinking of doing or training their. It's complimentary, and if it's a fit,
Hmm.
I offer them to work with me. But if it's
Okay.
not, I just answer their questions. I can tell.
Wow. Well, that's amazing. And what has been your biggest success in doing what you do? Like your biggest glow moment where you're like, yeah, I did that, for a client.
Oh, um, my biggest success with a client is shifting their mindset.
Mm-hmm.
That's my biggest success. Shifting their mindset, because if you think you don't do it, you can't do it, you won't be able to do it.
Nope.
And I know the mind shift is set is shifted when I see action. So
Mm.
when I see action, that's my biggest success. It's like, okay, they know this works. They know it works, or they know that this template is going, it's smooth,
Mm.
just for them using my templates. And I have to tell you, yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a trainer,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a training here yesterday where people came down a 3.5 hour trip. They brought their staff to me.
Wow.
So that I'm pretty proud of that.
Yep.
She mentioned that she saw me speak at a conference, and she wanted her staff in front of me. I was like, whoa. I
That's
was like,
great.
stop giving me the big head. Stop giving me the big
I won't be able to get through the door, right? That's great.
Yeah,
So,
so stuff like that, they're learning, um, and I have information that others need.
right.
It's my
I see
biggest,
you have something called what structure, serve, and scale.
yes.
I like that.
So structure your training,
Mm-hmm.
serve your clients, and scale
Mm-hmm.
your business. That's basically that's what it's all about.
Wow.
A lot of people start off training and they don't know how to structure their training and then
Mhm.
actually facilitate the training too. That's a
Mm.
big part. You can be
Yeah.
brilliant. You could create the best training, but
Right.
how do you show up?
Mm.
How do you show up? How do you
Right.
prepare to show up? So my ebook that I booked, it was a trainer ebook that
Mm-hmm.
I wrote that I've taken out of circulation,
Mm-hmm.
mainly because when I rebranded,
Mm-hmm.
I did all of my colors are yellow, black, and white. So
Okay.
it didn't fit my new brand. So I rebranded it and made it into a ready to train workshop.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Have you ever done any webinars, or that would be cutting into the business, right? That's what I was saying.
Webinars meaning, what do you mean, Tanya?
Like, well, instead of well, in person, you do the training online, but webinar would be the one where it's already pre-recorded.
I have not.
Okay. I was
I
just
have
wondering.
not.
I was just
That
wondering.
is to come
Yeah. If there's
because
ever a pandemic, it's great.
through the pandemic, what I did, I made a huge. I made about 20 videos where they're able to go on my website and get in-service hours.
Good.
So I did that during the pandemic. So
Good. Okay.
I got away from the live trainings
Mhm.
even after the pandemic because it was so easy to do that part. But
Right.
now I'm my accreditation is a national accreditation, so I'm free to travel,
Wow.
and I need to embrace that. I've been traveling.
Mm.
I've been traveling. However, I want to go all over the nation.
You should all over the world. That's right. Because women are rising up all over the world, at least for the women part of the group you said that you do. I know India, certain parts of the world where women are like, how do I do this? They just can't figure out that one little piece. And I've been there myself before too, and have lots more to learn. But it is really a thing that if you want to be an entrepreneur, edupreneur, either one. I love that wording. And it took me a minute to realize it wasn't entrepreneur. Siri kept correcting me. And I
Yes.
correct me once. So somewhere out there in this world, you might see it corrected it when I was just doing a hashtag. And I
Okay.
kept saying, why does it keep correcting me? I know no one would spell it wrong. And so I looked and said, oh, it is edupreneur. I was right the first time.
Edupreneur.
Yes. Yeah. So
Edupreneur.
my
And
apologies.
basically, the edupreneur is an educator
Yes.
that profits. That
I-
makes money.
Yes.
That's basically what it is.
Yes.
And it's big. It's a term. I thought I was going to have to get it copyrighted, but it's already a term. It's in the dictionary. It's
Right.
It's on Google. You can Google it.
Well, that's a brilliant name for a book. What made you come up with the fabulous cover that you have?
Oh, I'm telling you, I did a photo
Hold the
shoot.
book up to us so we can see it, because I didn't have my copy. Sorry. There we go. Oh, look at that. Becoming an edupreneur. Look at that fabulous color to sit on the words. Oh, yes.
Yes, wasn't that a good idea?
Yes. Very
That was a
brilliant.
good idea. But look at it. I have no idea what this says, but it's
Edupreneur.
the Spanish version. But it
Oh, the
is
Spanish version. Oh, look at
it's
that. And
the
see, in Latin,
Spanish version.
very smart. Very
Yes.
smart. That might do a lot because that's
It's going to do a lot extra because I said it's selling more than the English version.
I know it is, because guess what? Some people, they just need that. I told you, that little piece, and especially if I come to the United States and I got everything else down, but I don't quite know all the business rules yet, a little tweak here and there. Somebody like you would take them over the top.
Yeah.
Over the
Now,
top.
I speak no español.
Mhm.
Un
Tú
poquito.
un poquito. Yeah, tú hablas español un poquito.
Un poquito.
A little,
Right.
very, yeah.
It
Enough.
was a marketing move. It definitely was a marketing move.
Well, I like it because that means you're inclusive.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that means. And if more people did that, they might actually double their business. Hollywood's learning that. I'm just saying, so it's very clever move. Another thing, what do you see for corporate training in the future, in the near future? What do you see? Is there anything new coming that we should know about that's new, of why
Well, I
we
think
need that?
what I learned by corporate America
Mhm.
is most of the trainings are coming through online portals.
Mhm.
They're just acclimating to or believing in bringing trainers in.
Mhm.
And the best thing to do is offer what they absolutely have to have. So
Mm.
diversity style trainings
Mm.
are the trainings that a trainer should create or be willing to facilitate, because that is the one that they are required to have every
Okay.
year. Everything else is optional.
Okay.
So to answer your question, you make sure you do the trainings that are required
Okay.
for corporate America, and
Okay.
then market that, and they will come.
That's fabulous. And what is the one trait you think someone should have if they are thinking about being an edupreneur or an entrepreneur?
Tenacity.
That's what I'm gonna say. That's it.
Mhm.
That's the one thing.
Tenacity. An entrepreneur is someone that's basically creating something from scratch.
Right.
So my book is Edupreneur.
Right.
Is I created this platform
Mm.
where I teach others to train and profit.
Okay. Okay.
So that's from scratch. Most of these freelance trainers are creating their own trainings. They're creating
Yes.
their own trainings, but
Right.
do you know how to create a training according to accredited guidelines? So
Right.
most training companies are accredited. So
Ah,
I offer that too. I can I have the template for free. It's a free resource. It's on my website. It's
Wow.
like, here's the template. This is
Mhm.
what you do. But if
Right.
you're not acclimated to do it, I've been training now and creating trainings for since 2009. Creating
Wow.
training since 2009. So it's very second nature for me. Somebody could give me a topic and I would just, okay. I said, I wonder if there's a reality show I could do or something.
There probably would be a boot camp. That would be it for you. I could see that you doing that. I
Boot camps
help you
or
with the idea. We'll talk behind the scenes. But
okay.
I think
Yeah, because I was
you
like,
would
it has to
actually,
be a way that
yeah.
I can get a bunch of trainers together and everybody just talk about their issues
Yes.
and I give a challenge to have a training and in one
Yes.
time and then they come out with a training. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
No, I got a better one, but we'll talk behind the scenes. We don't want them taking the
Oh,
idea. Right? We don't want to take the
listen.
idea. Don't let them take it. Because I'm gonna tell you,
Is that what they do in these streets,
you
girl?
have
These
a
social
giant,
media streets?
they will steal this idea in 5 minutes. Trust me. The people who have the money just get it going now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's why behind the scenes, I'll tell you more about that for sure.
Okay.
But you are one of the few S corporations who have
Absolutely. They're
international
in
ranking.
the nation.
Yeah, I saw that. I
In
was
the nation. The one of the very few. And I didn't find that out till I got accredited.
like, wow.
And they actually did a little special commentation
Mhm.
and saying but I was like, people need to know that they can do it as a sole proprietor. That's all that means. You can do it
Wow.
as a sole proprietor. And it's enough for everyone. There are
Mhm.
billions of people. So I don't gatekeep at all.
No.
And my business coach told me that's my problem. She told me she said you tell too much. You tell too
That's
much.
right.
She said that's why they're not quickly booking your coaching because you're giving them all the information. But
Yeah, but I hate the ones who don't give any.
oh, right.
I
Like they
really
give
do.
you just a little bit.
Yeah, I had a personal coach, and I only booked her because she told me everything up front, and she gave a little extra. So I felt like this is a genuine person that really wants to see me do well, not just get a lot of money.
Exactly.
Because the money comes if you're doing it right.
It's gonna come, and then you're more than that, Tanya. I want to be connected with good people.
There you go.
That's
Yeah.
more than anything.
Yeah.
Money's gonna come.
Yes.
Because if you're walking in what you're supposed to be doing, the money's going to come. Ideas
Yes.
are going to come.
Yep.
People are going to come,
Yep.
but the right people. And everyone knows that I'm not a part of many groups, clubs, or nothing. I'm not. It's because I'm very selective as far as the circles that I sit. Very selective. And if I'm not sure about those circles, I won't enter those circles. And if as soon as I get there first,
I know you're like me.
Mhm.
That's me. I'm not very big on that either, but I really think it's so important. These are books. These are the kind of books that I think everybody needs because right now everybody's on this. How can I do something for myself? And there are some people who are good at. They don't even know they're good at training. Like they have that skill of people talking to people, dialoguing, connecting the dots to tell someone else how to connect the dots.
Yes.
That's all those elements, so it's not just I know what I'm teaching, but it's also can I teach it to anybody? And that's really, I know I'm a communications major, NYU, that's my major. So I know you and I may hear two different messages from what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
With
That's
that,
true.
yeah, as a trainer, I'm sure you get that too, that you may tell me how to do something and I might be like, duh. But depending on somebody, like you may tell me and I'd be like, oh, wow, I get that. Somebody else tell me, I'll be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, what is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
The breakdown of the communication barrier, or communication barriers may be the only thing, like if there is any Spanish speaking or anything that you're not familiar with, but otherwise you should be able to transfer the knowledge. That's a better phrase. Transfer the knowledge, no problem. You need great communication skills. You need to be charismatic. You need to be funny. You need to be professional. You need to be polished. There's so many elements when you're getting in front of people all the time. All the time. Like if you're constantly talking to people, you need to get it together. You need to get it together. A lot of times people are not confident in who they are, so they can't talk to others. So that's a part of my coaching part. It's like, hey, let's get you mindset first.
Right. Good
mindset first. The first section is always the first module is mindset. Like, what are your goals? your obstacles, your barriers, those things. The first thing I need to know is, why are you not moving forward?
Right.
Why
Right.
are you not moving forward?
Right.
So that's a lot of it. I have some talented colleagues or people that I've come across,
Mm-hmm.
just train, just I'm amazed. I think I'm a pretty good trainer.
Yes.
However, I've seen some trainers. I was like, she needs to be doing so much more than what she's doing.
Right.
Gifted,
Right.
great with words,
Right.
great with interactions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
Right. It's frustrating to see that, right? When you know,
frustrating,
yeah.
frustrating. But
But
you can't make them.
no, no, you can't. And the biggest reward for you is that they get it and they do it and they do it well.
Yes,
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine.
yes.
Thank you so much for taking the time to come and hang out with us around the town. Anything? They can go get your book at the site here. Let me see. I got to put that back
Yeah,
up.
they could go get my book at Amazon.
Mm-hmm. Amazon.
Let me give you the Amazon site.
Oh yes. Give me
Yeah,
a
that
sec.
would be better. I have a few things coming up.
Okay.
The
Tell us.
Training Profit Masterclass is coming up, and that is a Zoom training.
Oh.
And basically, it's low cost. I'm looking for those trainers to get in my feed. So it's like I'm scoping out my target audience. That's what I'm
Okay.
doing.
Okay.
The Profit Masterclass is specifically for those that are looking to. They already have a training business and they're looking to profit. So that's
Oh.
April the 11th at 6 o'clock. Then I have what you call the Edupreneurs Workshop Series. That's May 6th and May 17th. May
Okay.
6th is the live event, and May 17th we do the backup Q&A on Zoom.
Nice.
Yes,
Nice.
and then I have a book signing coming up. I
Okay.
still need to lock that date in.
Okay, nice. Book signing. That's right. You guys, if you are out there, go to Amazon and get the book,
Okay,
Becoming.
I'm going to get the link right now.
Okay, and I will put that in here.
Put that.
Okay, let's see. Guys, give us a second. So actually, I'll let you put it in while, why don't I go to a song and then we'll end with you giving me that information. How about that?
Okay.
Is that good? Sounds good?
Okay,
Guys,
giving you-
oh, there it is. I'll put it in when we come back. How about
Okay.
no, let me put it in now and then we'll have it so that way people can write it down if they need to. Oh,
Okay.
give me a second. So thank you. I appreciate you being our guest today. And anytime you have something going on, please make sure we know about it, because we love anyone that's trying to help other people on the town. It's a big thing here. Big thing. Okay, right? Edupreneur. Let's see if I did this right. Okay, so it comes like that. No. So I want to put it in. Can it? No, that's not the way I want to put it. Wait, how can I put it? See, normally I would here, but there's nothing there. All right.
Are you able to put it in the content of the video? Like the
nope. Because you know why? I know what it is, but we'll fix that. What I'll do is, can you text it to me. Text or email me that link, and then I'll try to put it in the other thing for YouTube. How about that?
Okay.
I'll put it in there because I that's my error, so I apologize. So thank you so much. We're gonna end with a music video break, but we thank you so much for taking the time to come and just hang out for a minute in the green room, and we'll be right back. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'm already looking late. I think you'll stay in cause I get anything. I never try to change you in any way. And when we get too close, you just push away. Don't you know I never heard you try to change or break your heart? I'll never leave you alone in the dark. Why do you walk away holding my heart? I'm there for you. Why can't you do the same for me? Why can't you treat me like the way I do? Why won't you do the same for me?
Hey guys, you're back watching On the Town with Tanya. I'm your host, and I'm here with the lovely Alicia M. Williams. author of Becoming an Edupreneur. Say it right. Thank you so much, Alicia, for taking the time to come.
Thank you for having me, Tanya.
I thank you. And guys, I'll load all the information for us to check out the podcast. Please share and like and hang out for a minute there, Alicia. We'll be right back. Guys, don't forget to share the video. Very important. Not for me, but because someone needs the information. That's why.
Right.
Thank you very much. Bye.